All right, this is Intro to Engineering, and we're going to venture into a couple of woods projects. So this is Introduction to Engineering Woods. There's several types of projects you can start to do and pick out, like shelves, just a basic shelf, nothing fancy here. You could do a little bit fancier. You got a little house top on here, a bell. I mean, you can get as fancy or simple as you want. A multi-level angled shelf. And even if you wanted to make something bigger as a bigger storage shelf, you could do that as well. You got simple gun racks like this one. Doesn't have anything but a shelf on it. Doesn't have a box or a face to close up and hide everything. This one is be a little different. They stand up. There's a little box down here where you can slide and hold stuff. Cedar chests, any kind of chest, a box to hold stuff. You can see this one is actually made to sit on. It's got a little couple supports in there so you can actually sit on this one. And this is where the engineering comes involved and everything. We got to start putting things together, and we use joints. There's all sorts of different types of wood joints, and we'll talk about that in the next class. So depending on how you want to put it together, you can use different types of joints. Usually you use screws and glue, and then when you screw, we're going to make countersunk, so our screws heads disappear into the wood a little bit. It holds it a little bit better. One says it looks like crap when the screw is sticking up, and it does, and then this one looks great because the screw head is down in. Sometimes we have to glue boards together, make them a little bit bigger, and we'll talk about that in class. And then there's no such thing if they send you to the store looking for a board stretcher. There is no such thing as a board stretcher. If you cut a board too short, there's no way to make it longer except by gluing. And this is a dado joint. This is what probably most of us will use on our project. And if you actually make this joint nice enough, you won't even have to use screws. We can just glue it together and it'll hold. Finishing, dealing with sandpaper, stains, and putties. You know, we're going to have to smooth everything out, make our wood nice and soft, smooth. You'll get sandpaper to that, depending on what color you want to stain it, dark, light. There's a bunch of different stains and stuff out there, and we'll talk about that in class. And finally, wood putty to fill in blemishes, cover screw holes, things like that. And we'll talk about this in next class. See you then.